The hidden truth about narcissists that only the chosen can see. Have you ever found yourself captivated by someone who seemed larger than life, someone whose charm and confidence made them appear almost magnetic? At first glance, they seem like they have it all together, an unstoppable force of personality, intelligence, and allure. But what if I told you that beneath that perfect facade lies a hidden truth that only a select few can truly understand? That's right, there's something about narcissists that isn't as it seems, and today we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the hidden truths they'd rather keep buried. Stay with us until the very end, because this isn't just about uncovering their secrets. It's about equipping yourself with the tools to navigate their world and protect your own. This isn't surface-level information. This is the kind of insight that only those who dare to look beyond appearances can grasp. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Before we dive into these revelations, take a moment to support our journey of uncovering the truth by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video with anyone who needs clarity about dealing with narcissists. By doing so, you're not just helping us. You're helping others find the answers they've been searching for. Ready to get started? Let's unravel the mystery together. When you first encounter a narcissist, their presence can feel almost magnetic. They seem to shine brighter than everyone else, exuding a level of confidence that's nothing short of intoxicating. Their charm pulls you in effortlessly, and their charisma can leave you in awe. It's as if they've mastered the art of making you feel like you're in the presence of someone truly extraordinary, someone who has it all figured out. And that's not by chance, it's by design. Narcissists are experts at creating an image that demands admiration and attention. They don't just live their lives, they perform them, carefully orchestrating every interaction, every expression, and every word to fit the persona they want to project. It's like watching an artist meticulously paint a masterpiece, ensuring that every detail enhances the illusion of perfection. But here's the truth. That masterpiece is not real. It's a mask, a well-constructed facade that conceals something much darker, much more fragile, and far less extraordinary beneath the surface. What makes narcissists so compelling is also what makes them so deceptive. Their outward confidence is not a reflection of their inner world. It's a shield, a carefully crafted contradiction to the chaos they carry within. What you see when you look at a narcissist is not who they truly are. Beneath the grandiose exterior lies a void, a deep, unrelenting emptiness that they've been trying to fill for as long as they can remember. This emptiness isn't just a passing feeling, it's the foundation of their existence. It fuels their actions, shapes their relationships, and defines how they interact with the world. Narcissists are like performers in a play, dazzling their audience with an elaborate show, but behind the curtain, they're struggling with insecurities, self-doubt, and a pervasive sense of worthlessness they can never seem to escape. It's this internal battle that drives their need to constantly seek validation and admiration. If you think about it, the behavior of narcissists starts to make more sense. Why do they crave constant admiration? Why do they go to such great lengths to control how others perceive them? The answer lies in their fragile sense of self. Their self-esteem is not rooted in a genuine sense of worth or confidence. Instead, it's built on shaky ground, held together by the validation they extract from others. For a narcissist, external approval isn't just nice to have, it's essential. It's their lifeline, the thing that keeps their carefully constructed world intact. Without it, the illusion begins to crumble, exposing the insecurities they work so hard to hide. This is why they're so obsessed with their image. Every interaction, every achievement, every compliment becomes another brick in the wall that separates them from their own fears and inadequacies. Yet, despite their efforts to control their image, not everyone falls for the act. Most people are swept away by their charm and charisma, buying into the smoke and mirrors without a second thought. The larger-than-life personality, the seemingly unshakable confidence, and the ability to command attention can be incredibly convincing. It's easy to get caught up in the performance and believe in the persona they've crafted. But there are those who see beyond the surface. These individuals, often guided by a strong sense of intuition, can sense that something doesn't add up. They notice the inconsistencies, the subtle cracks in the facade, and the moments where the mask slips. These are the people who can truly see the truth about narcissists, the ones who understand that what's presented to the world is not the full story. Recognizing the hidden vulnerabilities of a narcissist requires more than just keen observation. It requires the willingness to question what seems too good to be true. Those who take the time to look deeper realize that the charm and confidence are not signs of strength, but rather defenses against an overwhelming fear of inadequacy. It becomes clear that the narcissist's need for admiration is not about vanity, but about survival. Their relentless pursuit of validation and control is a coping mechanism for the emptiness they carry. And while it might be tempting to admire their outward persona, understanding their inner struggles reveals a far more complex and tragic reality. For those who can see through the illusion, the truth about narcissists becomes undeniable. Their grandiosity, charm, and charisma are not qualities to envy, but tools they use to navigate a world they find deeply threatening. They are driven not by true confidence, but by a desperate need to protect themselves from their own insecurities. And while they may seem invincible on the surface, their vulnerabilities run deep, shaping every aspect of their lives. The question is, are you willing to see beyond the act, to trust your intuition, and to recognize the truth about what lies beneath the mask? Because once you do, you'll never look at a narcissist the same way again. Have you ever paused to think about why narcissists seem to react so explosively to even the smallest criticism? It's almost as if a tiny remark or a mild suggestion has the power to unravel their entire composure. This extreme reaction isn't random. It's deeply rooted in their fragile sense of self-worth. Unlike emotionally secure individuals who can process feedback constructively, narcissists rely heavily on external validation to feel valued. Their sense of identity is so precariously built on the opinions of others that any critique, no matter how minor, feels like a direct assault on their very being. When you point out a flaw or offer a suggestion, you're not just highlighting an imperfection. In their mind, you're dismantling the fragile foundation of their self-esteem. This is why their responses can be so disproportionate. They lash out, deny responsibility, or twist the situation until they emerge as the victim. It's not about the critique itself. It's about their desperate need to protect the facade they worked so hard to maintain. This hypersensitivity to criticism also reveals a deeper, more unsettling truth about narcissists. They live in a constant state of fear. Beneath their bravado and confidence lies a pervasive dread of being unmasked. They are terrified of being exposed for who they truly are, of being seen as flawed, inadequate, or unworthy. This fear is their constant companion, driving them to extraordinary lengths to avoid vulnerability. Every interaction, every manipulation, every carefully curated image is a strategy to keep those fears at bay. Yet, no matter how much they try to suppress or outrun these insecurities, the truth has a way of catching up to them. The weight of their fear never truly leaves, lurking in the shadows and influencing everything they do. Criticism acts as a spotlight on these fears, forcing narcissists to confront the very aspects of themselves they're trying to hide. It's why they'll go to great lengths to avoid it, or to shift the blame when it arises. Deflection becomes their weapon of choice, turning the tables, accusing others, or reframing the narrative so that they appear as the aggrieved party. This need to escape accountability isn't just a tactic, it's a survival mechanism. Criticism, to them, isn't constructive feedback, it's an existential threat. But the story doesn't end there. Alongside their hypersensitivity to criticism lies another defining characteristic, their insatiable need for control. Narcissists don't simply want admiration, they crave power and dominance. They aim to orchestrate their surroundings, bending people and circumstances to fit their preferred narrative. This is why they often come across as manipulative or controlling. They need to ensure that every element of their environment reinforces their sense of superiority. Their charm, cunning, and ability to read people are all tools they use to keep themselves in a position of authority. They don't just want your approval, they want to dictate the terms of your relationship with them. They thrive on the feeling that they are the ones pulling the strings, directing the outcomes, and determining the narrative. Yet, here's the paradox. This obsessive need for control is rooted in a profound sense of powerlessness. Deep down, narcissists don't feel in control of themselves or their lives. They are plagued by insecurities and doubts they work tirelessly to suppress. Their outward dominance is an overcompensation for the inner chaos they cannot manage. By projecting their fears outward and exerting control over others, they attempt to reclaim the sense of stability they lack internally. However, this strategy is unsustainable. The more they grasp for control, the more exhausting their lives become. Relationships suffer, trust erodes, and the very people they rely on for validation grow distant, drained by their relentless need for dominance. This cycle of criticism, fear, and control becomes a self-perpetuating loop. The more they fear exposure, the more tightly they cling to their need for validation and power. The more they try to dominate, the more alienated and isolated they become. It's a tragic irony. Narcissists build their lives around avoiding vulnerability, yet their behavior ensures that they are constantly at risk of being unmasked. Every act of manipulation, every defensive outburst, and every attempt to control is a reflection of the internal struggles they can never fully escape. Their lives, no matter how grand they appear on the surface, are a constant battle against the truths they cannot face. One of the most painful truths about narcissists is their inability to form authentic and meaningful connections with others. At first glance, they may seem charismatic, confident, and even magnetic, drawing people toward them effortlessly. But beneath this exterior lies a profound emotional void that prevents them from experiencing true intimacy. Narcissists deeply desire relationships and the validation that comes with them, but their lack of empathy and overwhelming fear of vulnerability create insurmountable barriers. They cannot open themselves up to the trust, compassion, and mutual understanding that genuine connections require. Instead, they interact with others in a transactional way, viewing people as sources of admiration and validation rather than as partners, friends, or equals. This dynamic inevitably leads to isolation, even if it doesn't appear that way on the surface. Narcissists often surround themselves with people, but these relationships are shallow and one-sided, built on manipulation and control rather than mutual respect. Over time, those around them either grow resentful of being used or fearful of the narcissist's unpredictable and often volatile behavior. The result is a lonely existence for the narcissist, no matter how glamorous or successful their life might seem from an outsider's perspective. The people in their life may remain physically present, but emotionally, the narcissist is left in a self-made prison of disconnection and loneliness. So, What can you do if you find yourself caught in the orbit of a narcissist? The first and most crucial step is to see them clearly, to strip away the illusions they project and recognize them for who they truly are. Their confidence, while alluring, is merely a mask designed to conceal their deep insecurities. Their charm is not an expression of genuine warmth, but a carefully crafted tool to draw you in and keep you under their influence. And their displays of power, whether subtle or overt, are a facade that hides their profound fear of being exposed. Understanding these truths can help you separate their behavior from your own sense of self-worth. You must remember that their actions and attitudes are not about you. They are a reflection of their unresolved pain, inner emptiness, and relentless pursuit of external validation. Once you have this clarity, you can begin to take steps to protect yourself. Establish firm boundaries that prioritize your well-being and ensure you are not drawn into their manipulative games. This may involve limiting your interactions, refusing to engage in conflicts designed to provoke you, or even walking away from the relationship entirely if it becomes too toxic. Protecting your emotional and mental health is not only essential, but also empowering. When you stop playing by their rules, you take back control of your life and create space for your own growth and happiness. It's important to remember that stepping out of the shadow of a narcissist and reclaiming your own light is not always easy. Their influence can feel overwhelming, and breaking free may require patience, support, and inner strength. But with time, you will find that the freedom and clarity you gain are well worth the effort. You are not responsible for fixing their wounds or carrying the burden of their insecurities. Your primary obligation is to yourself, to nurture your own well-being, pursue your own happiness, and surround yourself with relationships that are genuine, uplifting, and supportive. As we come to the close of this exploration, I want to take a moment to thank you for being here and for your commitment to understanding these complex dynamics. Your willingness to seek the truth, to look beyond appearances, and to empower yourself with knowledge is a testament to your strength and courage. You are part of a community that values authenticity, self-awareness, and growth, and together we can continue to uncover the hidden truths that shape our lives. If this message has resonated with you or provided insights you needed, consider sharing it with others who might benefit from these perspectives. By spotting awareness and fostering understanding, we can help each other navigate the challenges of relationships and thrive in our journeys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your voice is invaluable, and your presence here contributes to a collective strength that inspires and uplifts us all. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, trust in your resilience, and always remember that you have the power to rise above and thrive. Stay strong and take care.